Hi, I'm Amy Bourgeois from the WPI Graduate School of Engineering Green Engineering course, and my fictional company, ReMarkable Markers, is making refillable, reusable dry erase markers that you don't have to throw away every time they run out of ink. You can reuse them. In the United States, there are 300 million markers that are used every year. These are used by students, teachers, professionals, all kinds of users, but there's really no capability to reuse them afterwards, refill them, or even recycle them because they have ink on them afterwards, so they all end up in landfills. Some of the major marker companies are making efforts to be green by thinking about the life cycles of their products, trying to use either recycled or plant-based materials to make them. Some have partnered with TerraCycle, which is an organization that will take the used markers and make recycled bins or other goods out of them. Ospen is an Australian company that makes refillable dry erase markers out of a recycled plastic. However, these haven't really reached the United States markets yet, so there is a need and an opportunity in the US to have refillable markers. These would be able to provide multiple years of use. They could be cost competitive for a consumer. You just keep refilling it instead of buying entirely new markers. And this can still be profitable for the company producing them. This is going to reduce landfill waste overall and promote a social and environmental responsibility. Our company's mission is to provide high quality, reliable markers that will promote a cyclic lifestyle where consumers use them, reuse them, will remanufacture them as necessary, and recycle them. This will reduce waste. Here's a sketch of our product. On the bottom there's a cutout where you can see the inkwell and the porous felt core that holds the ink, goes down to the tip. Here is a refill bottle that you can use to refill it. We'll offer these in different colors. They'll be made out of exterior, made out of aluminum. This will be durable and correspond to the multiple years of life that we're hoping to have as you keep refilling it. One refill bottle can give you 10 refills and will include extra caps so that it doesn't dry out. When you want to add more ink, put in the cap that has a turn key, turn it, pull off the end of the marker, pour in the refill ink as necessary, and then you can seal it back up whenever you need to regenerate it. There are some different materials that could have been used to produce these markers. Bamboo would be renewable, plant-based. Recycled, post-consumer plastic, and aluminum were also evaluated. All three of these have the capability to be remanufactured or recycled. I chose to use aluminum because it is easy to manufacture, gives the product a sleek, professional look, and it can be durable to correspond to that long life that we want it to have. So here's a typical product life cycle. On the left you see the raw material extraction, and it goes through production, manufacturing, consumer use, and at the end of its life it's either disposed of or recycled. We want to promote this cyclic process. So if we use recycled goods to make them in the first place, we'll get rid of the raw material extraction. As consumers go through and use them, we want them to reuse them, refill it with ink, and keep doing that. And then at the end, if it gets damaged, we can send it back to the manufacturing and we'll remanufacture it or recycle it. When consumers are done with their markers, if they get damaged or something, they can send them back to us in a prepaid shipping envelope, or they can take it apart and recycle the parts that don't have ink on them, such as the exterior. When we get the markers back at our facility, we'll take them apart into the individual components, and these will all go through a thorough quality control process. Any components that are still usable, high quality, can be put into newer markers, but any components that aren't will be recycled. And these will have the ink stripped off of them so that they can go in with other aluminum streams, and they can be used to make other markers or other products. In our facilities, we want to reduce the energy and water use, so we will optimize our equipment, make sure it's not running when not necessary, do periodic checks. Any solvents or water we use in our facility, we can try and use from other processes before us. So it might not be as high purity, but we don't need that. A typical marker can cost between $1 and $3, so if we have ours at $2 and a refill bottle giving you 10 refills for $10, that can be cost competitive for a consumer and still beneficial for the company. So this will have benefits both for the consumer and the company, and it will promote a social and environmental responsibility that hopefully can extend to other products and make consumers more aware of some of the responsibilities and options they have. These are some criteria to evaluate if our product is green. Hopefully it'll have a low embodied energy if we can optimize the equipment. It'll be recyclable. It won't use renewable resources, but recyclable materials. Locally, more local than Australia. Energy efficient, has low environmental impact, it's durable, minimizes waste by being remanufactured and reused. It is has a social impact, it's also affordable. So with those criteria, hopefully our product can be green and can promote all of that cyclic lifestyle and good use.